What's up, podcaster? It's Ben here from Podcast Pros with a podcast hosting comparison, and today we're comparing Podbean to Simplecast. So if you've been debating between these two hosts, this video will help you make the right decision for you and your show. And once you've made your choice, there are links for free trials for both services in the description box and pinned comment of this video. We're going to compare these hosts based on three categories, the first being features, second being price, and third being ease of use to help you make the most informed decision. So let's get right into it. Let's get right into it and start off with features. And this is definitely going to be the longest category because Podbean gives you a ton of features to play with. Podbean's been in the podcast hosting space for over 10 years now, so they are one of the original and trusted names within podcast hosting. They also have their own mobile podcasting app and player with a ton of users. All of Podbean's plans come with podcast stats. All plans also include a podcast website, but something that's specific to Podbean is that they give you full access to change the code to really customize the design of your website. And on that website, on their paid plans, you can actually integrate your own domain. So if you own a domain name for your show or for your business, you can use that on the podcast's website. They also offer custom episode publishing and the ability to schedule episodes to go live at a later date. You can also manage and publish podcast episodes all from your mobile device. Podbean also offers an embeddable podcast player, which makes it very easy to embed specific episodes onto your website. And they also have an integration with MailChimp, which makes it very easy to capture emails to then later use for email marketing. You can also use their mobile app to create your own podcast, and you can edit all the audio and capture all the audio within the app. For podcasters looking to monetize their show, Podbean gives you a ton of ways to do this. They provide a Patreon program, which makes it very easy for you to sign up your listeners as patrons to contribute to your show every single month. You can sell access to your show through subscription, but you can get even deeper than that and charge for specific episodes. They also have an ads marketplace, which makes it very easy to connect with sponsors and get them to run ads on your show. Podbean also gives you the ability to live stream your episodes, and your guest hosts can call in live. And with these live streams, you can even sell tickets to your listeners to grant them access to this live stream. And you also have the ability to receive virtual gifts from your listeners when they're listening to the live stream. Podbean is also one of the few hosts that allows for video podcasts. So if you're looking to incorporate video, Podbean can do that. They also offer a business plan for podcast networks or larger businesses. So regardless of who you are, there's definitely an option for you on Podbean. So those are all of Podbean's core features. And as you can see, they give you a ton to work with. So naturally, they scored very well within this category. We gave them a 9 out of 10 when it comes to features. They give you so much to work with. If you want to do something with your podcast, you probably can with Podbean. So now moving on to pricing. Because Podbean has so many features, they split up the access to these features depending on which tier or which plan you opt for. They do have a completely free option, which gives you 5 hours of total storage and 100 gigabytes of monthly bandwidth. With the free option though, a lot of the cool features that make Podbean so compelling aren't included, so you're probably going to opt for a paid plan. Their paid plans start off very affordable at $9 per month when paid yearly and $14 when paid monthly, and they move up in price depending which features you want access to. If you use the link down below and head over to Podbean's pricing page, you'll see how their different tiers are structured and which features come with which plan. That'll make it very easy for you to see which plan that you have to go for to get the features that you really want. Podbean also scored very well in this category because we love the fact that they have a completely free plan, and even their paid plans are very affordable for the value that you get out of them. And that's why we gave them an 8 out of 10 when it comes to price. So now moving on to ease of use. As mentioned earlier in the features category, there is a ton to work with here. So naturally, those are all things that you're going to have to learn. And some of the more complex features, there's a more of a steeper learning curve to really get the most out of them. So they do give you a ton to work with, but for some people, it may almost be too much and a little overwhelming. They do give you a ton of support, and because Podbean's been around for a long time and they are a very popular host, there is a ton of resources on Podbean's website and on YouTube and blogs, etc. But there is a bit of a learning curve compared to some of the other podcast hosting options, but it is a necessary evil to have all these different features that Podbean gives you. So that definitely shouldn't scare you away because all of their features are very approachable, but naturally they're gonna take a little more time to learn because you have so much more to play with. And that's why we scored Podbean an 8 out of 10 when it comes to ease of use, because they give you so many features. They're not the plug and play, very simple solution that some of the other hosts are, but naturally that comes with having all of these advanced features. So they give you a ton to work with, but obviously you're gonna have to spend a little bit of time figuring out how to use them to maximize your use of Podbean. Overall, across all three categories, we scored Podbean a 25 out of a possible 30 points. We are massive fans of Podbean and all that they offer to podcasters. So let's start off with features. What I love about Simplecast is that all of their plans offer unlimited storage and uploads, meaning that you can put up as much content as you want and you won't have to pay any additional fees. Instead, how they charge is based on downloads per month, and their cheapest plan gives you up to 20,000 monthly downloads. So as long as you're under that, you can post as much content as you want. And 20,000 monthly downloads is a pretty high number, meaning that most people will be able to stay on the cheapest plan for some time. Simplecast also provides a podcast website and the opportunity to attach a custom domain for that website. So if you own one for your show, you can easily attach it. You're also able to manage multiple shows with one Simplecast account. So if you do have numerous shows, you don't have to make multiple accounts, but you will have to pay monthly for each show that you're hosting with Simplecast. They also provide an embeddable podcast player, which allows you to easily embed podcast episodes to easily play on websites. Simplecast also offers professional and enterprise-sized plans for businesses, larger shows, and podcast networks, meaning that regardless of your situation, there's probably a plan for you that would work on Simplecast. The basic plan starts with 2 team members or 2 team managers, meaning that 2 people can have their own Simplecast account to manage the same show. Simplecast also has what they call the Recast feature, which allows you to easily create trailers and audiograms to help promote your show on social media. All Simplecast plans come with basic analytics, but they do move up and become more advanced as you pay for the higher plans. So those are all Simplecast's core features that you're going to want to keep in mind. They do give you a ton to work with, but there are some features that aren't available on Simplecast that are on other hosts, which is why Simplecast gets a 7 out of 10 when it comes to features. They give you everything you need, but not some of the things that you may want. So now let's move on to pricing. Simplecast offers 3 primary plans based on your unique needs for you and your show. And the cheapest one starts at $15 a month that you can get down to $13 a month if you do pay annually. What I do love about Simplecast though, is if you use the link in the description box or the pinned comment, you'll get yourself a free 14-day trial so you can actually see if you like using Simplecast to run and operate your show. But as I mentioned earlier, they charge based on monthly downloads, and their cheapest plan will get you up to 20,000 downloads per month. But as your show grows, you are going to have to pay more, so that's something you should be aware of. But with that said, that 20,000 number is quite substantial, and the majority of shows are going to be under that for quite some time, and their beginning or starting plan is quite affordable. And for all of those reasons and all the features that Simplecast gives you, we would give their pricing a 9 out of 10 based on value for what you're paying. And the third category is ease of use. And this is obviously very important because you're going to be using this a lot. So you want to make sure that you actually enjoy the process. And as you may have guessed from their name, Simplecast, one of their core focuses is keeping their offering as simple as possible. And that is one of the reasons why they don't have as many features as other hosts may have, because they want to keep the process very simple and very easy to use for its users. So what they sacrifice in terms of mass features, they make up for in simplicity and ease of use. Their whole process from setting your show up to getting it live on different podcast directories is incredibly simple and easy to follow, meaning that basically anyone can use Simplecast, and that's really the whole point. And for that reason, they get a 9 out of 10 for ease of use. So overall, Simplecast gets a 25 out of 30. It is a very simple and easy to use podcast host. So as long as it has all the features that you're looking for, it may be a great option for you and your show. So like I mentioned before, there are links for free trials for both Podbean and Simplecast in the description box and pinned comment of this video. So go ahead and use one of those links to get yourself a free trial of whatever service is your favorite. And full disclosure, those links are affiliate links. So if you ever end up signing up for a paid plan, the channel will earn a small commission for you doing so at no extra expense to you. So we appreciate the support in advance. And after watching this comparison, I want to hear from you. Are you going to host your show with Podbean or Simplecast? Let us know in the comment section down below. And don't forget to subscribe for more podcasted related content to help you run your show like a pro. I'll see you in the next one, and happy podcasting.